What's going on, people? What is going on? You are now tuning in to the six-man combo. Let's get it. Wait a minute. My bad, y'all. My bad, man. I damn sure was getting a little bit of them hard ass after the day. Good God. What's going on, people, man? What is going on, man? This is your boy Six-Man K-Styles coming to you with the call center headphones tonight. And you are now tuning in to the Six-Man Combo as I am your host, Six-Man K-Styles. And to the stage left, as you already know who it is, Mad Mike
66
Sports. Appreciate y'all being patient with me today. Like you said, actually, I should have been doing this a long time ago, man. You hear from? Hey, everybody, what everybody know? Can y'all make sure y'all can hear me just fine? Everybody already damn cracking jokes. But as we're gonna get into them jokes, you know we gotta get into the right thing, man, which is the real And today's roll call, we're gonna kick it off with Big Ed, Low Ski, Ryan Peoples, Joseph Thornton, Andrew G, Jamarius 58, Jerry Bowie, D. Coleman, Tail Sports and Gaming, Ryan Peoples, Bubba Gump, Keyshawn Vlad, Nathan Floyd, Sonia, Jerome, Pat Norris, Mucho Grundy. We got Jet Life 020. Hold on, I gotta read these damn jokes, boy. Somebody already told me I'm looking like an offense coordinator right now, boy. What the fuck?
Dirk Cutter.
Nah, damn that. If I was Dirk Cutter, I wouldn't be running the football at all. I'd rather you at least say Raheem Morris. Goddamn it. I ain't doing the Dirk Cutter shit.
No Dirk Cutter.
Hey, look, everybody looking like. Man, you don't sit your ass on down somewhere. But look at these jokes here. D. Coleman said I done got rid of the Manscaped Nike. Now I didn't get rid of it. It's right here. But I ain't feel like setting it up, so I was like, shit, fuck it, let me go ahead and do this.
That's too much shit to do. Don't worry about it.
Lowski said this is Blackberry's headset.
Blackberry.
I want a number one large size. Jerome over here said, man, I got them June Jones 1994 offense coordinator headsets on. He said, welcome to Hoochie Burger. I can't hear you. You have to talk directly to the Hoochie.
Directly into the Hoochie? Wow.
I look like ones and twos, and of course, Tyrone crazy head talking about I look like the net head coach of the Rambling Wreck. Hey, wow. Shit, man. Hey, that's my squad, so I'll take it. I ain't doing the dirt cutter shit.
I don't think anybody want to do the dirt cutter. Yeah, one want that. One want that title over here.
Damn, I do look like a damn like some kind of coordinator.
Just,
I do. Let's go ahead
all
and
you
get this
need-
started. Let's go
Put
ahead
on a
and
fedora and you'll be good. You like them 1970 head coaches.
Exactly. Look, here you go. God damn it, Mike. Tackle somebody. All right, man, we're going to cut the music off here in 3, 2, 1. All right, man. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? Look at the fake ass mystical braids, boy. Hey, look, look. I want all your headphone jokes coming in today, bro. I want all your headphone jokes coming in because these is funny.
Yeah, I want to see all the jokes myself.
Mm-hmm. So I want everybody to lay in your best jokes. But as we already know, man, it's been kind of a tumultuous week, especially with the content and as far as the Falcons' past digressions of losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers 19-16. And as we've already heard, Arthur Smith himself says changes are definitely needed to come. So, as we looking like we are going into a bye week this week, so it is really not too much to go on. I want to focus on something positive today. You wouldn't mind we focus on something a little bit positive today, do you mind?
Well, I probably got to take my Senator Palpatine hat off. So let me take my imaginary Senator Palpatine helmet off. So
I mean, we can get back to the Palpatine later on in the show, but I want to start off on something positive. I want to start on something a little positive. Oh my god! Hold on. I'm gonna have to star these right quick. Don't mind me. I'm going to have to star these, bro. This is hilarious. Oh Lord, I done already said that one. I'm gonna talk about I look like I work at a damn Crystals or something. I'm like, what the fuck? Hold on. Yeah. I ain't got no clipboard. I'm like this. Hey man, shift it up. Hey man, make sure you call that back. Hold on. All right. Hold on. Yeah, look, I apologize, but y'all coming in with these damn jokes. Y'all done already threw all my goddamn. Y'all done threw me all the way off of this. But we're gonna save them for later. So, Mike, I want to go ahead and ask you this question, man. Like I said, since we're gonna kind of start it off on a positive note, and I want everybody that's tuning in to give us your takes on this. But as we look at it right now, the Falcons are 5-8, second place in the NFC South. Like I said, despite a lot of our shortcomings, I want to ask you, out of all the players we have seen so far this season, which player has impressed you the most so far this season?
You want me to answer now?
Yeah. Go right ahead.
Well, in case you have not been watching my channel, I think it's quite obvious who I
All
um,
right.
have been really strong on this year. Um, and Anthony White, no, it's not Chris Lindstrom. Chris Lindstrom has been that damn dude ever since he's been here. So I don't think that's um, that's the easy way out. Like y'all saying all the easy shit. Everybody can say Chris Lindstrom and come on, man. Like, come on. Stop being so predictable, people. Like y'all always say all the easy shit.
Predictable.
Like up here saying Chris Lindstrom. Like, yeah, no shit. Like he the best offensive lineman. Yeah, like of course he's gonna be the most impressive. But I'll say this. I think I think, like I said, it's easy to say Chris Lindstrom. I'll say this. In a league where you have running back by committee, you look at a guy like CP, and CP is obviously, the star. He's been a Pro Bowl alternate. Um, and CP is just that dude. Obviously, he broke the record for the most punt returns. And I think for the most part, I don't think you can go wrong with a guy like Tyler here. You talk about a 5th-round pick that most of Atlanta Falcons fans and a lot of, most Atlanta Falcons fans had no clue what school he went to, how to pronounce his name. Is he another Drake? And what I mean by Drake, another high yellow motherfucker that, you know how that is. For whatever reason, everybody got problems with high yellow folks. I don't know why. I mean, everybody on Trey ass right about now. But
hold on. Hey, look, hold on. I'm about to hold on. Some kind of got wonky with the sound right quick.
What the hell? K-Style just like.
Oh my goodness, what the hell is going on?
See, K-Style. Mike, why I always gotta do? Why I always gotta?
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Why? See, this is the reason why I'm talking about. It's always Mike's fault. It's always Mike's fault when something go wrong. ATL Leo. See, look, he the main one I'm talking about. And now they saying something wrong with my do my sound wrong?
Yeah, I think so. I think it either.
All right, so let me go out.
Okay. All right. So while we sitting over here, having what we call very technical issues, I'm finna go ahead and read some of what y'all thought as well, as Mike was so gloriously explaining where his impressive player has been. Let me read some of y'all's right quick, man. Night Rider, your ass ain't shit. Like I said, D. Coleman said Huntley has been impressive.
How about that, y'all?
Okay, that sounds better. Knight Rider said Drake London, Mr. Huntley. Bubba Gump said Lindstrom and Richie Grant. Bridges said Huntley, Algier, Drake Evans, and Carter. Brian People said OZ and Evans. Keyshawn Vlad with the Arnold Ebiketie love. Kenneth Boone here said Wilkinson before his injury. But I'm about to say, continue, Mike. What?
Like I said, with Tyler Algier, like I said, nobody really knows much about him. He was a 5th round pick. He has about 500 yards rushing. And I think that's the easy way to go. You can look at him and say, all right, he's been a bright spot for the Falcons. But I'm going to go with this particular person. And this has been quiet. I'm going to say Marcus Mariota. I'm going to say Marcus Mariota. Because I saw something today, an interesting stat. Although I'm really impressed with what Tyler Algier is doing this year. In my opinion, he's obviously the Falcons' offensive rookie of the year. But these are the things when we talk about that nobody focuses on. And I don't know how the hell you even pronounce this, but I heard someone say something today. So I want to see if you can hear this.
Official numbers here. For the second straight week, you rushed for over 150 yards against a top rush defense. Yeah. You had 7 drives yesterday, not including the very last one where it was, next to impossible to score. You scored on 4 of those 7 drives. The 3 drives you didn't score on, you either had a false start or a holding penalty. Now, that to me doesn't seem like it adds up to a quarterback problem per se.
So basically what he said, the Falcons scored 4 of the 7 drives that they had. They ended up scoring. 3 of those drives had penalties where the offense had penalties, 2 to 3 penalties on those 3 to 4 drives, where it put Marcus Mariota, the quarterback, in harm's way. And what I mean by harm's way, he was behind the 8 ball. So it was 3rd and 14. It was constantly in long situations. So I think for the most part, and I'm going to say this, the more that we continue to get more evidence and look at the truth of the matter of things, yeah, Mariota is not helping himself when it comes down to passing the ball, but he's doing a whole lot better than what people are giving to him. We talked about how Drew Dahlman continues to roll like he's shooting dice, roll the ball like he's shooting dice. I mean, every single time this ball is low, is at his shoestrings. Like I said, how can any quarterback, be, at his best when you got those things like that constantly as an issue? These things cannot be ignored. So I'm going to say with a guy who's not, well, I think he's 3rd on the Falcons team when it comes down to rushing. We talked about his numbers compared to a guy like Lamar Jackson, and that's nobody wants to focus on that. Why? Because they don't like the truth. The truth of the matter is not much different from Marcus Mariota and Lamar Jackson outside of his reputation. So I'm going to say I'm more impressed with what Marcus Mariota has done because he's done more with less than what Lamar has done with more. So why wouldn't I be more impressed with a guy that's not? You're talking about a team with $80 million in dead cap money. He has a revolving door at left guard. The center is playing shooting dice on the corner. Okay. You got a wide receiver core that has no Kyle Pitts. You got a revolving door at tight end. You got Felipe Franks, who's one of the main tight ends on this roster. We got Parker Hesse, who's essentially a H-back, a H-back. He's not. He got a little size on him, but he fills in for Keith Smith. And like I said, this is a revolving door at left guard, and somehow this guy has similar numbers than Lamar Jackson. So although I do like, and I love what Tyler Algier is doing, I'm going to say Marcus Mariota.
You actually caught me off guard with that, man. I ain't even gonna tell you no.
Mm-hmm.
We know how the thing is. If you think I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna show you the backside of it and catch you off guard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like I said, I know. We're gonna get into him after I get mine out the way too. Like I said, the only thing I would say with Mariota, I wouldn't, like I said, I can't really say impressively, is because he's kind of playing exactly how I thought he would be playing. Outside of overthrowing motherfuckers, that's still inexcusable. But I know for me personally, and from what I've seen so far this season, it was kind of a tough decision for me to come to. But like I said, mine will have to be Rashaan Evans. Like this is literally a guy nobody had expectations for. Like you said, you have to think about the scenario was you coming into the league. We don't know what's going on with Deion Jones. We don't know what the status for Deion Jones was for this team. Rashaan Evans is sitting here trying to play for a next contract. We already know what his skill set is. He's not necessarily the best cover linebacker. Like you said, he may not be the sideline guy. Yeah, you gotta get the evil laugh going on, Mike. But if we look at these 13 games, we're looking at these 13 games that we have seen the Falcons play. Of all the players that came to play consistently, what is one guy that you've seen on a game-to-game basis where you be like, damn, there he go? And it's been Rashaan Evans. And like I said, the EPs finally put that green dot on the back of that helmet. It has made Michael Walker's game improve dramatically.
Yeah.
Why do you think these past couple weeks against Washington and Pittsburgh, why do you think these teams have been running these misdirection run plays? Because Rashad Evans, even with that, is being a dog out here. Let me look at. Let me pull out my.
I mean, no, you're right. I love what I'm seeing for Rashawn Evans. This is one of the main reasons why I needed to see more from Troy Anderson, see him play, because Rashawn Evans is playing out of his absolute mind right now, and he deserves a contract extension. I think he'll get about a 3 to 4 year deal. 2 of those will be most likely be guaranteed. He'll receive about somewhere around $7 to $10 million per year. So he'll have a pretty good deal as far as that's concerned. Falcons not going to overpay for anybody. I think for the most part, he's found a home here in Atlanta, playing in a system that he's familiar with under Dean Pease. Dean Pease is a guy that absolutely loves him. And like I said, I think, you come out when everybody was crapping on Marcus Mariota, and rightfully so. He and Caleb McGeary was the spokesman. They came out and he covered for his teammate, and that's what you look for in the leader. You don't look for guys that are going to, continue to pound on a guy and use a guy's downfall for their own personal gain. That's what you want in players. So at the end of the day, man, I think Rashawn Evans deserves exactly that.
Yeah, man. 134 tackles, 5 tackles for losses, 1 quarterback hit, 1 sack, 2 fumble recoveries. Which is very interesting to say that, because I think everybody's saying that that leads the league in tackles. So it sounds like we going down this road again with a linebacker who's flying all over towards the ball. But the biggest difference is the Falcons have an opportunity with this offseason to be able to right the wrong as far as trying to keep a guy that is making plays like that on the field. And just like Jet Life here said, Foyer led the league in tackles last year as well. Like I said, we essentially are seeing the same thing. Like I said, the biggest difference is with Rashawn Evans is you're not seeing the interceptions. You're not seeing those splash plays like the interceptions and him out here sketching cars on folks and getting forced fumbles and all that stuff, like what you got from a Foyer. But it's essentially just like one of those like anchors on defense where it's like, boom, I'm here. Do something about it.
He's Jesse Tucker. He's gonna get the job done. You ask him to tackle, you ask him to do his job, he's gonna do exactly that. Jesse Tucker, that's one of the main reasons why he's not in the Hall of Fame, because he's not one of those guys. Even though he has great numbers, when you look at his overall career, he has great numbers. I don't think there's a lot of linebackers that have better numbers than Grady Jarrett, but Grady Jarrett's father, Jesse Tucker. But I think that's an excellent comparison. Not flashy. He's gonna hit you hard, and he's gonna do what you ask him to do. Like I said, he's going to be a leader. And I think right now that's what the Falcons are in search of. They desperately need you on the defensive side of the ball. And Rashawn Evans is that. He's a leader.
Mm-hmm. And then I see it in the chat too as well, is with the acquisitions of a Rashawn Evans, the acquisition of a guy like a Lorenzo Carter. Like, these are literally like two guys. Let's just be honest with you. They went to Walmart and these two guys was in the $3 movie bin. This is how they had it treated. And you're literally sitting here and getting mass bang for your buck with these two guys. Let me ask everybody this question. Everybody sitting here watching. Like I said, we definitely appreciate you tuning in. Like I said, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe, baby. As Falcon fans, are you re-signing Rashawn Evans and Lorenzo Carter for 2023? Let's go ahead and put a little intermission music going on here while I get my answers going on. So let me see. Give y'all opportunity to hit that like button as well. And make it a little sexy as well. Hey. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. That sweet funky stuff. Hey. Because, you know, baby, as we sit here and we think about the Atlanta Falcons being 5-8, as we came into the season for 2020-22, as I look into your eyes, and we see two names.
What is the old name?
Rashawn Evans, Lorenzo Carter.
Oh, yeah?
And they come through with no expectations.
Why?
Because the Falcons don't have nobody on defense on certain levels.
Shit.
And what do we see this year? We see Rashawn Evans damn near leading the league in tackles.
Ooh, boy.
We see Lorenzo Carter here getting touchdowns, making plays, getting turnovers, sacks. Mixed in with a little bit of Grady.
Yeah.
As well as Taquan Graham holding the point of attack at his spot, which has been very impressive. And what is that recipe going? What are we seeing? We're possibly seeing a foundation being built where they can do nothing but go further up. So, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button as we gave it to you Rick James style. Little bit of Rick James, baby.
You could win a Chevy.
No, I don't want to win a Chevy.
No, baby, we want no damn Chevy.
Because I already got one. All right, man. Like I said, we got 57. Definitely appreciate everybody giving us that engagement. Definitely. I know they had to suffer through that bad attempt of serenading on the beat. As you already know, K Styles can't sing worth shit. So
I'm probably worse than you. So
hey, you know what? At the end of the day, I'm having fun, bro. That's what I do. I always have fun. I always have fun speaking with everybody, like looking at everybody's comments and engagement, and like you said, this is why I love doing it. This is why I woke up. even when I wake up from slumbers from hell, as far as my naps, y'all stick in with me. And I always like to say, y'all definitely appreciate everybody that subscribes. I appreciate everybody that tunes in. I appreciate everybody that leaves feedback. I appreciate everybody that I do shows with. I appreciate everybody that don't like us or don't like me. Because at the end of the day, all y'all do is helping me get better with myself. But Bridget here said, what happened with Will Compton? Was that fake news?
I don't necessarily think
I don't know. I think it's there y'all go with these eye jokes. I can't with y'all, man. I can't with y'all.
like that.
But I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no damn idea. I don't know.
I just think it's too much baggage with him. I think that's the problem. One, he talked too goddamn much. He won't ever shut the fuck up. Like that's one thing that I did notice. Like, he like that damn Paul, whatever the hell his name, them Paul brothers or whatever the hell their name, Jake Paul.
Oh, Jake and Logan.
Just be talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. And don't be saying a bunch of nothing. Then he got his own podcast, and they're going through all these technical things, contractual things, and it's just too much. I think it's just way too damn much. I think that's like Falcons are being real cautious with that, to be honest.
I feel you. I definitely agree because it's like we don't, like I said, nobody knows where his real mindset is if he really wants to come back. But that when he was speaking about him signing with Falcons, he did kind of have that Hennessy bottle sitting right there in the front of the goddamn camera too. So we don't know what.
It just seems like he's just way too much right now. Way too much.
He said, Colby said, we need some vocal players on the team, but he ain't the right kind.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell he be talking about half the time.
Mm-hmm. But I want to, like I said, I want to get into another question here. And I want to, I might want to do something here a little bit different just to add a little spark to it. So for anybody that knows that I actually put up a question on my community tab today while I was at work. And what I basically asked was, let's say if the news is true as let's say if it's oh wait a minute, hold on.
Woo, Jesus. I don't know what the hell happened. Good almighty. Well, I guess Dirk could have messed up with quite a few things. I don't know what the hell just happened. Um, but D
Uh,
Coleman, yeah,
my bad, y'all. That that damn that damn one of the damn chairs fell over and triggered the damn alarm.
like what in the world? I thought you wanted by the FBI or some shit. Like, goddamn, what the hell
Shit,
going on?
shit. At the rate that I feel that the rate that I feel.
Mm-hmm.
hmm So okay, so getting back to it while I'm sitting here having to recontemplate things on the community tab. I asked about the prospects of Desmond Ritter if Arthur Smith makes that call, and I'm gonna answer those. And I asked, what what would be your expectations for him if they make that move? And give me the specifics of it. Be specific. But we're gonna do this a little bit different. How different are we talking about? We're gonna do it this different. I want to see where y'all heads at. So we got a link open. We brought out the scenario. I want to get your thoughts on it. What are you expecting to see? Because this, like I said, this is a question. If anybody had watched Monday's show, I specifically asked this question to a caller, and I never got a damn answer for it. I've asked this question quite a few times to quite a few people, but I never got an answer for it. It was the same generic ass. We need to see what he does. We just need to see him out here. Go ahead, Mike.
I know why I want to see him. I've said it quite a few times. Well, I said, yeah, said it quite a few times. One of the things that what I've been critical when it comes down to Marcus Mariota is not his ability to throw, whether he's accurate or not, because he has a completion percentage. I think it's completion percentage 63, about 63%. He has a quite, like I said, he's near the top when it comes down to be able to make plays with his feet and his arm. He's putting up quite a few touchdowns. Does it blow you away? Absolutely not. Is it below average? Absolutely not. He's in the middle of the pack when it comes down to that. So he can make plays. But what I want to see from Desmond Ritter that I'm not seeing enough from Marcus Mariota is just his ability to command the huddle and the offense. I don't see the attitude. I don't see the emotion. I don't see him on the sideline smacking people upside the helmet. Let's go, let's get it, like go. I see people walking up to him trying to get him, get him more confidence. I've seen that several times. I've seen several times where Dave Grohl is sitting next to him, talking to him, saying you need to do this and you need that, and he's sitting there with his head down, like Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, looking at a tablet. So like I've seen that from him. So when it come down to what I want to see from Desmond Ritter, that if he gets a chance to be the quarterback, I need to see his ability to command the offense. I don't care about what he does as a thrower, a runner. I don't care if he's accurate. I need a quarterback that's going to be decisive, and I need a quarterback that's going to demand and get on his teammates, because we've seen so many times this year where the offensive linemen are jumping offside, getting a hold and penalty at the wrong time, and then all we see, the only person getting pissed off and mad is Arthur Smith. He's the only one showing emotion on the sideline. I don't see Marcus Mariota upset. God damn it, guys! Look, get your shit together. I've seen that from Matt Ryan. I've seen that from Drew Brees. I've seen that from Tom Brady, but I haven't seen that from Marcus Mariota. So if Desmond Ritter gets in and I see that, I know that me personally, we on the right road, on the right path with a quarterback and a leader of a team.
All right, so we got first person coming in here. What's going on, man? What's going on? Anonymous. And as we hear, the anonymous is so unanonymous. What's going on, man? What's going on?
I'm doing good. So I wanted to kind of talk about this because I think I've now gotten a much more clear perspective on the Ritter fans, or like the people that are more that want Ritter to start. And I'm not gonna sit there and say that they're wrong, because I'm not gonna play that card because it gets into too many messy stuff. But I think that people that want Ritter in are, one, kind of tired of the results or the fear of Marcus Mariota throwing a pick at the wrong moment and get that little, like, they're waiting on it type of feeling, even though they're not actually really watching the game sometimes. Maybe I said that, maybe whatever. But some don't really know what really goes into the interceptions. Like I said, he's only really thrown 4 real interceptions the entire season, but we'll leave that alone. But second, I think that some people want Ritter in because Ritter, is going to be the future. He's going to have hopefully ideal higher upside, which he doesn't, because Marcus Mariota and them practically have similar upside. But that's a different story. And Desmond Ritter, we drafted him. We got these resources. Kenny Pickett's doing his thing, so we should go ahead and start Desmond Ritter because Kenny Pickett's doing getting the air. And what I have to say about that is, in theory, I get it, right? Because Dave Ragone had said, you don't really get that pocket pressure, like a collapsing pocket. You don't really get those reps unless you actually are in game. But I also would argue that he got that in the preseason, and also between the time that he was prepping for the draft and training camp, he's improved his accuracy or ball placement. For what I've seen, his zip on the ball looks a lot faster. He's starting to throw these deep go routes and with good ball placement and timing. And that's good. But keep in mind, the offense that we're currently running is stuff that Marcus ran in his rookie year, not the stuff that that Desmond Ritter ran when he was at Cincinnati. Keep in mind. Now, Dave Ragone has said, yeah, we drew up plays for Ritter just in case he does come in. But if you would want him to start right now, they would have to use his whole bye week to implement this stuff for Desmond Ritter. Have the receivers, have the O-line on board. It's not like they're changing up terminology, so I don't think it'll be too hard. But they would have to implement new play calls, so it wouldn't be exactly the same exact thing except for like the running calls. It
Let
wouldn't be
me
the
stop
same
you right
exact.
there real quick. Let me stop you right there real quick because you said something that needs to be clarified also. Um, what a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people are wondering why Dave Ragone is actually with the Atlanta Falcons and his job as the offensive coordinator. He's the guy that's responsible for the formations and the schemes that they run. Arthur tells him, all right, this is what I want. I want to be a little bit more creative. So he works with the players to the things that you see with the pistol. You see the different styles of the motions and the pre-snap and post-snap motions. That's what Dave Ragon's job is, and that's why he's working with Desmond Ritter. So
Mm-hmm.
what Alex said need to be clarified, and why it's important to really sit back and think. It's like, is he really ready? And that's the reason why Arthur Smith is only focused on certain things. He's only focused on play call. He's not worried about all the formations, all that type of stuff. That's Dave Ragon's job.
And I think where a lot of this stuff comes from too, and and like that, Alice kind of said it as far as where the narrative is, where Kenny Pickett is out there. We need to see it. Like I said, every team doesn't really, and in this, and what I have to say to that to certain people that may think like that is every team don't go off the same program. Um, like you said, and we've said here for the last month is that these few games and this bye week is going to be a testing or for what the Falcons are going to do as far as after this bye week because um we said it, but we said it before too as well is we have not heard anything about the quarterbacks in practice, who's taking first reps, how the practice is going with the quarterbacks. There's a lot of details that have not been, said as far as what goes on. You got to remember this regime is not very transparent in the certain moves that they make. Hey, wait a minute, hold on. Who that in the background?
Hmm?
Who that in the background?
For me?
No, we got. You can call on Tyrone.
What's
My
up? What
guy.
is up, guys? What's
What's
going on,
going?
Albert?
What's good, Tyrone?
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, man? Well, how what you know good, man?
Getting on to the first what we talked about in the beginning about who was your favorite player, who
Mhm.
has impressed you the most. Y'all hit it right on the nail with basically both my players. I have another one I'm gonna throw in, and I feel like he's our rookie defensive player of the year. And
Mm.
people really ain't gonna give him a lot. Like people aren't noticing it, but now they are. AK, AK.
His
I didn't hear
brother.
anybody. I didn't see really. I saw one person in the comments say AK,
This is
but
why I love
AK is
Tyrone.
AK is the defensive rookie of the year for this team. Like I mean, you didn't get to see a lot of the other guys. Of course we all love Anderson. We all love that man, but he didn't play as much meaningful snaps. I'll say his best game was the Bears game for Anderson. His best game was that Bears game, and what he did that game was just contain Justin Fields.
Mhm.
So I think that there will be a discussion a lot for this year about who was the best player on this team all around. But rookie wise, it has to be Algier and AK. Those are my
Mhm.
two rookies that I'll say. But one thing I'll say as the person that I think deserves to be brought back, and Mike said it right on the nail, and everybody's been saying it, and I've been saying it for weeks now, is Rashawn Evans. He is the
Mhm.
defensive player of the year for this team. Like he is the DPOY for this Atlanta Falcons team. And you can go with your offensive player. I'll say Lindstrom because of what he's done and how dominant he's been. But I mean, everybody on this team offensively has improved. We still and Dolman is gonna piss me off this week. Well, not this week, but next week. If we get to that Saints game and he's still doing the same stuff, like bro, you got a week to rest. Now it's not a question of what's gonna happen next week. Like, bro, you got all week to rest. You got time, man. Like he's got time to really just put in work this week. Now you gotta show you have to show me something this week if you're Dolman. But other than like going into some other things that that we in a bye week, so you don't get a lot of stuff from the media and stuff this week. But it's gonna be a different week if we come out into maybe Monday or Tuesday next week and we start seeing reports of Ritter practicing with the first team, even though we've seen these reports already. Like it's not a. I feel like people are going to try to rush it. Like, bro, what week is this? Jalen Hurts, I think, started week what? Like week 8, his rookie year or something like that, or week something like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, he helped that team get to the playoffs. But at this point, bro, Mariota is your starter. He knows everything at this point. You can't come in and just throw Ritter in there and be like, oh man, Ritter should just, Ritter's gonna come in and just be amazing. Go ahead.
Question, and that's for everybody. And everybody in the chat, y'all, you guys answer this also. So K Styles might want to hit the music. But what we've seen so far with the Bucks winning, you heard the reporter say, I played it earlier when he was stating that a lot of the issues that the Falcons are having currently are not a result of bad quarterback play. It's penalties, it's timely penalties, and that's really been the deciding factor in most of these games. With that being said, do you guys see Arthur making the switch at quarterback?
I don't see it anytime soon. I mean, I don't see it till next offseason. That's when I see it. I see it next offseason where we had this talk in Discord. I think me and Alex talked about it about next year. If you start Ritter, do you keep Mariota as your backup? And I said, yeah. I said the thing about it is you're gonna have Mariota all year starting this year. You go into next year, you'll probably start Ritter. Let's not say it's a guarantee Ritter starts next year, but let's say you probably start Ritter, and you're gonna need a backup. And I said you're not gonna move Felipe back from tight end at this point. It is too far gone. That man is a 6'6", 230-pound, tight end at this point. So you're not gonna move him back to quarterback. So you're gonna have to keep a quarterback on the roster. You don't really want to. You don't want to go and have to go sign another quarterback. You'd rather have somebody here that knows your system, that knows what you're doing, and leave him here as that. So I don't think it'll be a quarterback switch this season because you still want to win. Like it's still a chance that we can win. And Mariota's won us 5 games. So we can very definitely, I said this, I told Chauncey this earlier. This last 4 weeks, we could go on a run. And we go on a run. We right there. We 9-8. So you 9-8. You probably win the division at 9-8. Let's be honest. Because you'll have a win over Tampa, you'll have a win over New Orleans. And so it's just like people are rushing it because it's a shiny new toy in the background. You know how you got like Christmas and you know what toys you getting, so you want to play with them, and then you be like, man, I can't play with them yet till Christmas morning. It's like that. Like you done seen your gifts already. Like we got to see a little bit of Ritter, and people are living off that Ritter preseason performance. And what he did, I mean, that Lions game was impressive. That last drive in that Lions game was very impressive. He game winning touchdown. Cool. So You got to the Jets game. He had some good plays in the Jets game. He had some good plays in the last game. I mean, he played a lot more in that last game, and he had a lot of good possessions. But you still saw the rookie in him. So what do you expect in the last 4 weeks of the season to make you want to change a quarterback? Just it
It's Dirk Cutter. It's Dirk Cutter. It's Dirk Cutter.
God damn it. Hold on.
Yeah, I got a call for
What?
somebody. Probably
What
one of
the?
his.
No. What? I
I
don't
got
know.
kicked out my
StreamYard
nigga.
stopped me in the middle of preaching. Wow, crazy. Wow,
Wow.
StreamYard.
What the
They
It's
stopped
Dirk
us.
Cutter. It's Dirk Cutter.
It's Dirk Cutter. We made one Dirk Cutter joke, and he just been messing with the whole stream, man. One Dirk Cutter joke. We can't even make Dirk Cutter jokes no more. But as I was saying, like we as a you can't just be like, okay, I don't want to just fuck it. Like you just fuck it. We should throw Ritter in there right now. Just fuck it. Like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make logical sense as a team. As a player, you put in a rookie and we still in the playoff hunt, and I'm gonna look at you a little differently. A lot of these players, you got to think. Mariota has been a person where the locker room has kind of embraced him. So you really are taking away, I say, a leader. Like as much as I think he's not a captain anymore, but he's still a leader. Like you're still taking away leadership roles from him and trying to throw him on a rookie. And he's not ready for that yet. It's going to take an off season, really and truly. And I'm not mad at it. I mean, look, he got this whole season to sit back and watch football on the sideline. He got to watch it up close. He got to watch it on all 22 film. He got to see everything, right? Like he got to see everything in a way of he's learning. Everything that he did this year was a learning and like habit for him. He can see what Mariota did wrong and learn and ask Mariota what did he see, and ask Mariota what happened on this play, what happened on that play, and all it is that. And really, all it is that Mariota is kind of being his big brother right now. Like you gonna let you know how they got the high school quarterbacks that they got brothers that both play quarterback. The big brother always gonna start, but when the little brother time come, he always he'll be the everybody likes to say he'll be the better brother, like how they did the Ball brothers. Like okay, you got LaMelo, LiAngelo, and you got LaMelo. You know how Lonzo? Well, I said they the same twice. So you got Lonzo. Lonzo was the older brother. Okay, Lonzo was okay. LiAngelo just ruined his whole career. Now LaMelo is a superstar, and he the baby brother. So you have and we had to wait for that process. So you had to wait. Like it takes time, bro. Everybody just you can't be a microwave. Let Travis say you got to cook on that stove. Go ahead and cook on the stove, man. Like we got 4 weeks left, and y'all still worrying about a quarterback. It's 4 weeks left. We about to be in the offseason in 5 weeks. And maybe we might be in the playoffs in 5 weeks. You never know. And y'all complaining about a quarterback. It just doesn't, it doesn't make any sense, really and truly.
What's going on, Trey? What's going on?
What's going on, man?
Hey man, what you got? What you got on the conversation, man?
What's up, Trey? What's up?
We talked about this yesterday a lot. Me, Monday, and Alex talked about this in the Discord too a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, for me, like I told Alex a couple of days ago, it's like a toss-up with me right now because we've seen the kind of, like y'all said, the inconsistencies and the missed throws and the turnovers and all of that. But still, you kind of, like I've been saying the past, like really since that Cincinnati game, that you don't just want to throw Ritter out there just because you want to throw him out there. It's a process that comes with it. It's the reason we didn't throw Richie out there. And you see what Richie Grant is now, top 10 safety in the league, or strong, whatever you want to claim him as, free or strong, because he played both. It's kind of like you want to wait for that. Now, safety and quarterback is two different positions, but still, you want to take your time with some of these young players. He's getting reps in practice on first team and his scout team. And like you said, we got 4 more weeks left, man. I really sometimes it's like I said, it's a toss up, but I really don't see the point in throwing him out there Because what fans are going to be expecting from him is to save the season. It's not to try to win a game or two. They're going to say throw him out there to try to save the season. And right now, with how inconsistent that O line is in pass protection, the defense is getting ran all over right now. That's. I'm not going to talk about Michael Walker. I'll talk about that later. But I'm not going to talk about him right now. But yeah, it's. I don't know. Now, am I ready to see the light skinned duo in Drake and Ritter? Very much. I talked about that before the draft even started because K Styles put me on Desmond Ritter. Really not even before the draft, but last year in that Cincinnati Georgia game.
Better tell them what.
Year before last.
I,
Really put
Trey,
me on
you
him.
know what's funny? Real quick, just real quick. The fact that you say Michael Walker, you don't want to talk about it. I gotta say this, man. Why is it that? And I like this question I have for everybody in the chat, you guys. Why is it that every time that we say something about a particular player, it takes people 3-4 months to figure out that we've been saying this and we've been right? Why is it that?
I got you.
We said
I
Michael
got you.
Walker wasn't a linebacker back before the season started. We literally said that. And
we got evidence of saying that because I think we always like he needs to be a rushing. Either he needs to play rushing or he needs to play outside linebacker.
He is a will blitzing linebacker. He does not play coverage. He does not play the run well. We have seen that. We even seen that when Foye got hurt last year. That's how not Travis Etienne. Cam Robinson was going stupid on us last year.
Oh, it's like the Jags.
Dude, he is a blitzing outside linebacker. He's the Dante Fowler you wanted, but except a little bit bigger and faster.
I'll be honest.
Dante Fowler you wanted.
Yeah, I'll be honest. A blitzing duo of Rashaan Evans and Michael Walker. I'll be honest. There's a lot of good blitzing duos. That just might be the best blitzing duo in the entire league. I'm not over exaggerating now a little bit. Both of them are former defensive ends. When you have a middle linebacker pulling off swim moves versus guards, that's when you know that you got a star. I'm sorry. That's not normal. Like, you don't have a middle linebacker pulling off defensive lineman, the end Robert Quinn, Von Miller moves. That doesn't happen every day. But this man, Rashaan Evans, out here killing offensive guards like it's Tuesday Taco Day. Like, it don't make any sense. This doesn't make sense.
Not Tuesday Taco Day.
Rashaan Evans did get held a lot last week. I'm not gonna lie. There was about 3 flags they could have called on that left guard and that center.
I think when we watched that film, what game was that we watched? The Bears game.
Yeah, the Bears game.
I don't know what the league is calling a hold now. And I'm an old lineman, and I love that we play aggressive and it looks aggressive on the field. But dog, this has been a horrible year all around for holding calls. Like in any game, like I be watching like some of these moves these linemen be pulling, and I'm like, we couldn't get away with that like a couple years ago. Like the way it's a rule. It's really a rule that linemen can't fall on a D lineman if they fall on the ground. It is supposed to be an illegal play now, right? It's not supposed to be. That. I have watched multiple times where I've just seen linemen D linemen just slip, and then here come the old lineman. Tsunami dive, like just Jay Uso in them. Like, and that's just not even. That's not how you play O-line, and it's not even technique no more. With a lot of D linemen got too quick. And this is the problem that this is what I saw happen. Like, mind you, a lot of these D ends and D linemen was my class. Like, a lot of these rookie and 2-year players are my high school class. And what do they all do very well? And what are they all like? They're all fast. They're all spin moves, and they're all fast. And what we learned, I mean, like I remember I used to be watching guys practice, and the speed rushing that they used to teach us was like they drilled more speed rushing, and a lot of these guys who play basketball, a lot of these 6'6" DNs and 6'4" DNs, a lot of them play basketball. So a lot of them got that basketball speed where they know, you get on a fast break. I got to get down the court real quick. And on the football field, it only is the quarterback only gonna be 5 yards from the center in the shotgun snap. And I can get 5 yards real quick, and I dip my shoulder around that edge. I'm gonna beat the tackle every time. So Michael Parsons has some of the best skill set. I mean, and this is literally like his pass rushing skill set is nuts. What he does on the pass rush, and this is why I like AK so much. And what people don't know is that Penn State has a really good D-line coach. And their D-line coach and their linebacking coach, if you look at the guys that come from Penn State and how they play edge, look at how Michael Parsons play and look at how AK play. They play almost identical. Only thing AK doesn't have is just the move set yet. They set the edge well. They know how to play inside. They know how to play outside. They can actually go to linebacker and play. Because we can put AK back there at linebacker. He probably can play outside linebacker for us. So you got to think that we kind of just are building something. Like AK is dead. AK could literally turn into a baby Micah. And people would still probably be like, "Oh, we should have drafted Michael Parsons." So it's what you have to see on film. Like people don't watch a lot of film, and when you see certain plays, you be like, "Okay, this like certain play." Like we was like Mike saying about Marcus Mariota. A lot of them plays aren't on him. Some of them plays like them sacks where he just be dancing around the pocket. Okay, I'll give him those. Like, bro, you got to make a decision, but when you get to certain plays where you got we've had really good blocking. I think the Bears game was when he had to play with OZ in that post route. And it was a perfect play action. We run play action very well, and I think that's because our old line is so aggressive, is that they can sell that aggressiveness for so long that when we get out to play action, it's easier to pass block. If you're a D lineman and an old lineman is run blocking you, you're gonna think, oh God, I gotta push up field. But once they start pass blocking, you gotta change speeds. And that's the difference. It's a lot of speed change that has to go around. I think the worst play I saw last week was the one they posted the Dolman. Everybody, I think it was on D-line videos. The one they posted the Dolman when he got blown up.
Baby. Oh, he got.
But the thing about that play, and this was a thing about that play that showed me that Dolman still got to get in the weight room. But that was supposed to be a double team with Lindstrom. It was a reach block.
Tie some ankles against his ankle. That ain't gonna do his ass no damn good.
He needs to. He got to eat. I don't know what it. I don't know. I think he's just he's small and he's gained weight, but it's like he's not. And most, like I said, I always say this: most centers are not big. He just has to find a way to get nastier. Because Jason Kelce is nasty. Bro, I just seen the play of Jason Kelce like on a double team on a pass block, literally like kill this dude and throw him across the field, and then just get back into his stance. Like, bro, like it takes a lot. And that play that he got blown up, it was supposed to be a double team with Lindstrom, and Lindstrom was at least supposed to help check him. And I think that's the thing. I think it's just like he's so good in the double team and on the reach blocking is that when he has to go one-on-one, like an inside zone or a trap, it's hard for him because, especially in a 3-4, and it's hard for any center in a 3-4 when you run trap because it's like, dang, I can't really guard. Like I'm trying to make sure you can pull and we can guard, but like this dude gonna come at me full speed as soon as he sees you pull. As soon as he sees you pull, he gonna rush up field. So it's a harder play for him. It's more. I think my thing is for him, get your feet set underneath you. That's his problem. His feet are never set underneath him. He's always, if you watch him, unless it's a run play, he's taking his front step. But when he pass blocks, his feet are never underneath him. He's on his tippy toes. He doesn't sit flat. The man doesn't sit flat on his feet, and that gets you killed 9 times out of 10, especially at center. You don't sit flat down on your feet, you're gonna get beat every time, bro. I had a 6'6" kid I had to go up against, bro. I got beat every time because I didn't set my feet. He just bull rushed me all game, and that's what they do in the Dolman. When you get bull rushed all game, you get scared, and you start like, oh, I need to back up because he's gonna keep hitting me. Head on. And that's all he's getting every game. And that bull rush is, and I think everybody, when you watching it, you like, oh, I know what move I'm gonna use on him. I ain't even gotta swim, I ain't gotta rip him, none of that. I'm just gonna go right at him. And he's getting that every week. And so he's got to learn to get set and hold his ground. If Dalton held his ground for at least 2 more seconds on a lot of plays, we would have 50, 40-yard plays down the field because the rest of the blocking will be so good. It's just that he in himself is like he can't hold himself. He can't hold his own weight. And I think that's my only problem. That's my only gripe with him. I'll say that. Like that's the only thing. He just can't hold his weight. Like you big. You still ain't no 260 pound. You about 290, 300. You should be able to hold your weight underneath you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's really what it is.
There was a couple plays on Sunday where they kind of blamed Marcus Mariota on a couple overthrows, but as soon as the ball got snapped, Dahman literally just got pushed back into right into our pass blocking running back. Sometimes it was Tyler Algier, sometimes it was Cordell.
Yeah.
And that kind of forced Marcus to get off of his step a little bit. Marcus could have had easily about 220, 30 yards that game. But it was just his timing was off.
Mm-hmm.
When your center, what people don't understand, and I played quarterback a little bit this past year, really about 2 months ago before I hurt my knee. When your center gets pushed back in front of you, when you're trying to set your feet, it does not work out. You may think it's easy. You may be like, oh, just move out the way. It is nowhere near easy because you have to keep your eyes downfield, but you got to keep your eyes. You got to keep your eyes on the downfield, but you also got to keep your eyes on who's in front of you so you don't get your head taken off. So that makes it hard enough. You're like, okay, if I don't do that, if I don't keep my eyes downfield and I just chuck this thing up, then that's probably an INT.
And it affects your feet.
Yeah,
it affects your feet. It makes your feet jumpy.
If you look at some of the plays, he like when he gets the ball, he looks up like he's catching it, but he's catching it looking up, and it's so awkward. And it's like he's like trying to keep his head up, but he's trying to catch the ball at the same time. So he's like looking up and then looking at look at the ball, look up, and then you can catch, and you can beat. Like your center already then got beat, so now you got to try to roll out and run away. Like it's horrible time. It's the timing thing where you have to. It's either it's him. Like I say, you got to watch his butt. I think it's really because he tries to move that. It's kind of weird. Like he tries to move that he tries to kick step and snap at the same time. And what that does for a lot of what it does for a lot of people is, and I know it did it for me. I had to learn snap the ball first. People don't understand. You gotta snap the ball first. Like you move before you snap, that ball can go anywhere. And his problem is that when he moves before he snaps, it just goes low. And he has to learn. You gotta snap the ball. Like it's not even
and let me answer this question because it kind of goes into that. That's John St. Clair. He's like, was that delayed a game on Dalman? Yes and no. And that's one reason why I say Mariota has to be more decisive and more you gotta be more alpha in that huddle. And I don't think he's more alpha. Granted that Dalman did not snap the ball when he was supposed to. But these are the things we talk about as a quarterback. You never see these from very veteran quarterbacks where they take in delayed games. You hardly ever see Matt Ryan with a delayed game. You never see Tom Brady, Drew Brees, all the great quarterbacks, Josh Allen. You never see these guys with delayed games. This is the reason why a quarterback has to be alpha. You have to be mindful of where the clock is, even if you don't want to lose a possession and end up in long possession. So yes, technically it was on Dalman, but it's more so on Mariota because he allowed that to happen. Quarterback should never let the lead game happen, especially in a tight game like that. Quarterback should never take that delayed game, and that's what added into that long. And we already know we're not a passing team, so we got to stay out of those long positions. So these are the things the quarterback has to be, on top of.
Yeah, I like what Mucho said. He said he tries to snap the ball quickly to get his hands back up, but he's slow. Yeah, I think it's I don't know, man. It's more. I don't know how to put it because like when you play center, like it's when you watch center struggle, it's hard to watch because it's hard watching me watch Dolman struggle. Like it really is hard to let me see him struggle like that because I really want him to be great. And when he does it, it's like, okay, you want to move it, like you want to be, you're gonna get beat off the ball when the 3-4. Like you automatically know, like every center knows it's a 3-4. I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked this play. Like I'm gonna tell you that now. It's not a center alive that's been like, oh, I'm in a 3-4, and I know I'm gonna just kill this man standing in front of me. Because what D linemen have as an advantage is that they get to watch your hand, they get to watch you get set, they get to watch the quarterback call plays. What that nose is doing the whole time is watching you snap that ball. What I got taught in Little League is when I was at nose, watch him play that ball. Watch that ball. If that ball move, you gonna hit him. And that was just automatically what you learned. So when you switch to the other side, go ahead, K.
I'm about to say we got 58 in the building, man. What's going on, man? I know he been sitting back there a while.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on, homie, man? What you got for the conversation, man? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling fantastic. Right now, what I got for the conversation is to answer your question about the Ritter thing. I would like to see him coming off the bye week. However, the whole conversation is about Drew Doman. So to answer your question with a question, are you willing to deal with that same situation with Ritter as our starter while we got Drew Doman shooting dice with the football?
That exactly. See, that's the best question. That is the best question of the night, right?
Now, I am frustrated. It was just the heat of the moment. I said put in Ritter, and it was just the heat of the moment because I was at the Georgia Nest Sunday. When we went against us, seeing all these terrible towels twirling and stuff, and it was just the heat of the moment. But now I'm calmed down, and I had to think about all that. So what y'all saying, them low snaps is going to mess up the timing. And although I was frustrated that I saw Mariota miss Drake London, who was wide open like twice, and he's throwing it into double coverage. The thing is, what is he thinking when he has to dip down low to pick up that snap? So you know what I'm saying? So
D. Coleman said we about to see away from drafting the left tackle too. We talked about that. What was that? What show was that?
Oh yeah, we did talk about that. We talked about that in a Discord.
We talked about it on Discord, and I think we talked about it on the show. It was one of the. I think it might have been Monday, not Monday.
Might have been. Then that may have been last Friday. That might have been.
Oh yeah, we talked about it after the show.
Yeah, it was after the show. So, after the game. That's why I was saying, we are. I say 2 seasons away from drafting the left tackle. Now, going into this draft, I gotta go do my research. I ain't gonna lie. Gotta go do my research. You gotta go. I gotta see who the centers are. Because last year I was a big Linderbaum fan, but I was also a big Dolman fan. And I'm like, you can work on Dolman. Because Dolman, mind you, Dolman was the third center on all the center lists. Like he wasn't the worst. Like it wasn't like he was bottom tier center.
He was him.
Mm-hmm. If you watch him at Stanford, that he got that dog in him. I can't even lie to you.
If he just fixed his snaps, he would be better center.
He could be a franchise center if he would just snap the ball a lot better. Like it really is the problem. If I think that the timing thing and the thing about with Ritter, if you bring Ritter in now and Dolman snapping like this, oh no, Ritter's a rookie. As much as we want to see Ritter is still a rookie. Like, bro, imagine your freshman quarterback coming in and every snap, every time he get the ball, he got to pick it up off the ground.
Yep.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I want to touch on this real quick. So I'm gonna get into Dolman a little bit later. So Here's what I think. Okay, because this year, my senior year, this is my first year really playing football. I haven't played football at all, like at all. I've only had 1 year football experience. But from my one year football experience, here's what I've gathered. Desmond Ridder primarily, I think, is playing scout team, so he's not starting. He's getting these reps with some of the receivers, but more than likely, it's more reps like they're running the route tree without really the defenders on them. Maybe here and there he might be getting in-game reps with the first team, but that's not really what's happening. He's more so just kind of playing with the second string versus the defense. But I think that it's still quality reps because he's going up against DPs and what they're planning to do for the defense. But I would classify that as mental reps. He's getting these mental reps more so with scout team. Even though he's physically performing in practice, it's more mental reps. I say this because in the off season is where the physical reps come in. Even though he's not really in a pocket, like getting that actual experience, he's working on his arm strength, getting more zip. He's working on his accuracy and ball placement. He's working on these go routes that he's going to have to throw, or these deep routes that he's going to have to throw because he watched Marcus Mariota miss on a lot of these throws. At least give this guy a little bit more of a chance by just letting him sit out the rest of this year. Because if you throw him in, if you throw him in this year, it's not even the confidence. It's the fact that he might build bad habits. Justin Fields, when you look at him at Ohio State, he actually looked relatively okay. But when you throw him in to Chicago, at least in his first year, and there's pressure coming in like that sometimes, and he locks onto his first read and it's not there, he builds bad habits. So I'm just saying, let him breathe for 1 year, and then, we can see what happens because he's now physically developing, he's mentally developing, and then you can throw him in there because that just makes more sense. It just makes more sense. Plus, everyone else has more time to catch up.
I think that when you have the type of season that you had with Dolman, like, bro, you gotta think, okay, this offseason, Dolman, whoever's starting the quarterback, I need you at their house. I need you to live with them for at least 2 months. And I need y'all to wake up in the morning and snap the ball at least 100 times every morning for 2 months straight. Mind you, every practice, I don't know what we do at our practices, but I know for my practices, before practice started, we took 100 snaps before practice started. And if you didn't take your 100 snaps, it was a problem that you didn't take 100 snaps before the practice. Like, you better be on the field as a center. You and your quarterback better be the first 2 people on the field. And if the coach walk down, he better see y'all taking snaps. That's just automatic. That's just literally I don't think I've ever played on a team where you didn't have to be the first person on the field if you was the center. Like, I don't think I've ever not had that a team where it's just been like, hey, well, linemen, y'all come out when y'all come out, or y'all come out with everybody else, especially at practice, because what our whole thing about of the practice was you gonna have to play, like you're gonna have to snap the ball. You're gonna need to snap the ball. Even in practice, you're getting more snaps. Let's think about it. You start with 100 snaps before practice, right? Throughout practice, you take maybe 50, 60, because you're gonna play team. You're gonna go inside. You're gonna go to team. You're gonna go to what? You got another. What's the other one? You probably go 7-on-7, but they probably won't have the center for you there. But you'll go inside and you'll go team, and then you'll have red zone. So you got three areas where you're gonna be still consistently snapping the ball to him. So if you think about it, you're taking at the end of practice, your arm should basically be about to fall off because you done snapped the ball so much. That's really what it should be. Like it should be a process where your shoulders and like everywhere. I'm telling you, not till I started playing center and literally like lifting weights, my shoulders were never as big as they were. But when you keep taking snaps and you keep doing the stuff that you do every day repeatedly, that's when it gets that's when you see the stuff on film, and when you see it on the field, like it takes you the time of, okay, Mario, and this is I think somebody said it in the chat, and I don't know if it's, I think who said it, Where is it at? I think it was Jet Life, and he said Mary.
Did they kick him out of
Dirk
Jesus?
Cutter back at it again. He back
He
at it
must,
again.
he
Here we
must
go.
be on his he must be on his phone.
Yeah,
That
them
might
hoes
be.
coming. That's all. Them hoes calling. Yeah, stick.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie though about the snapping day. That thing goes for everything, even in like travel ball, like 14, 15. Before every practice, before every game, it may not be 100, but you at least got to get 50 in for us. That was like my minimum right there, and it's kind of like my first year. I used to I played receiver and corner, so it was like my first 4 year starting at QB. When I say just snap like as a center, their job is hard because you have to like literally get the ball back there and then start blocking instantly. It's like a hat. It's like just like that, and it's got to be quick, and you got to be good at it. It's not easy at all.
Hmm. You know what? I'm gonna say something so out of left field because I know that we weren't even talking about it, but I'm gonna bring it up because you know me. I bring up random stuff. Anyway, um, Frank Darby. Frank Darby's kind of impressed me, and I know we haven't really seen any real reps from him, but he's kind of impressed me. I would like to see him get a few more reps because like what I've seen is what I've seen is his development in his releases. Like I think he's always been really good at getting off the line of scrimmage, even in his time at ASU. But now this guy's kind of showing me something. He's kind of saying, you know what, I could give you a little here at the line, give you a 1-2, give you a one and go up. Like he's showing some stuff that I'm like, you know what, he could get some reps. I think he might be a future cornerstone with Ritter going forward. So I think that's a good little guy that we should keep an eye out on.
I remember the Discord chat being mad that Darby got signed to the team, and I had to tell them, and it wasn't like I was being mean or anything, but bro, that man didn't have any type of release game. Let's be honest. When he came out of ASU, he was a vertical threat.
Yeah,
Like straight vertical, like that. He didn't run no other route but a nine.
true
Like
that.
if he ran a slant, it was because it was a distraction, because it was another nine running down the field.
Hmm.
Like that was what his offense was. Like that was what the offense was really and truly. Like they just weren't really they weren't a strong. I'll put it like this: they weren't really a strong team at ASU anyway. So when you think
They
about
were
what
Georgia
Frank,
Tech offense under Paul
yeah,
Johnson. That's what it was.
yeah, that just straight nine routes, like that's really all he. And I think that Darby he had to sit last year. He
Hmm.
had, and then I love that he was I love that he learned. I'm happy he's a happy person. I see too many of y'all being mad that he dances around and he's happy every day. Like, bro, my man literally came out the bottom. Like, bro, he been struggling since he was a kid. The man in the
Hmm.
league, he trying to be happy with life. Like, let him be happy with his life.
Hmm.
But I see too many people be mad about him being happy. And being mad that he's happy is like weird to me. Like that's just weird in general. That you mad at another man's joy. And I understand he ain't play like that, but bro, the man is a special teams demon. One thing
Hmm.
about him, that man go get down the field. Like if you watch our punt coverages, he usually if he on the field, he gonna be the first one there. He gonna make that man call that fair catch
Hmm.
because he always down there. So you can't be mad about that.
Yeah, that man Frank Darby. A matter of fact, there was a play I want to say it was in the Jags preseason game when Desmond Ritter had threw a go ball up, and it was like a nine route that Frank Darby had ran. But the thing is, it was from the outside and it was press. It was just press. Like it's a decent corner. I think he's fairly long. He didn't look like he was slow either. And Frank Darby, I think, gave him a little 1-2, and then boom, like just boom. He didn't create any separation or anything or crazy separation, but he caught that pass and still got a few yards after that. And I'm like, that to me, if you may not run a whole bunch of slants, even though I think he's got better at that as when he in the preseason and a little stuff that I've seen. If you could just run these 9 routes, whether it's beating the dude over the top or catching these back shoulder passes, that's fine with me because that's practically what Jamar Chase gets paid to do. Just run 9 routes. Literally, just run
Talk
9
about it.
routes. That man
Talk
don't do
about it.
nothing else but run. Matter of fact, the whole reason that we even got beat that game was because Jamar Chase ran a 9 route because AJ Terrell wasn't there. That's literally, they say that's the game that we got blown out. I don't even count that game because when AJ got out, what were we supposed to do? Darren Hall supposed to guard the best 9 route route runner in the entire game of football. And like that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. You lower your expectations. That Bengals game wasn't really on us. I'll be honest. I'll be honest.
When you have Corner Armstrong guarding Jamar Chase, what in Jesus' name do you think is gonna happen?
Exactly.
You got Cornell Armstrong guarding Jamar Chase. You got Mike Ford guarding T. Higgins. Like, bro, what is really? Like, bro, really?
And the bad part about that whole thing is that Bengals team only scored 7 points in the second half.
Exactly. That's my whole point. Like, people want to say,
we still clamped them. That's the crazy part.
Exactly.
We still was clamping them.
Exactly. They want to say, well, you guys got blown out 35-17 by a team. I'm sorry. When our best corner is out going up against Jamar Chase, what are we supposed to do? Tell me. Because I don't know.
2 corners are out against the best receiving corner in the league. What are you supposed to do?
It's
bad enough. It's bad enough. Casey was already out. Then you take out D Alford. Then you take out AJ.
Exactly.
Jalen got hurt.
And then D was hurt that game. I forgot about that too.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's another person I think that we kind of nobody talked about this year, but had a really good, successful year. Like, and I remember we signed him from Canada. And I was like, bro, I want to watch this highlight tape in Canada. And I was like, oh, he kind of cold. And everybody was like, oh, that's Canadian football. It's not the same type of football.
Yeah.
Then he got down here, and he was still kind of cold. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna
tell y'all about this man, D. First of all, I want to make this clear, right? Mad Mike knows. He out of all people knows that I am literally the biggest with him. I'm the biggest Isaiah Oliver fan with Mad Mike. Me and him both love Isaiah Oliver like to death. That man D. Alford cold. I'm sorry. He put Michael Thomas on straps a few of those reps that he played in the slot. I'm not joking. Watch the tape. He put him on straps.
He's a downhill corner. He's not one that's going to waste a lot of motion. He sees it, he reacts. Sees it, and he does. Like I said, he doesn't go left. He don't trip over his feet like guys like Robert Alford, Sheffield. He's not tripping over his feet. And that, and like I said, that's what you look for. And everybody, this is homework for everybody. When you guys do your scouting this year, because I know a lot of people gonna do their scouting, don't waste your time on cornerbacks that have happy feet. Doesn't matter if they rank number 1, 5, 10. Look at guys that are downhill and they do not waste a lot of energy and they don't waste a lot of motion as a corner. Those guys are what the Falcons are looking for. Why? Because we do a couple of things here in Atlanta. We got guys that play the deep half, the deep third. We got guys that play in a zone. And when you're in the zone, you have to tackle well. Those are the 3 things you look for when you look for a Falcons corner. So don't waste your time with all these pretty guys like Miss Thang and LA. Don't waste your time with that because you're gonna end up being disappointed. Look for guys that are downhill, no wasted, they get to the ball and they hit the ball quick, fast, and
we don't play a lot of man. We don't play a lot of press man. Now when and that was, I think, what game was that? Because I was so mad because we kept playing it. It was one of the games we lost. I don't remember, but we kept playing press man. I don't know. Mike was in the Mike. I think Mike heard.
That was Cincinnati. I was like,
why the fuck are we still playing press man? I was like so mad because our corners our corner. Now, if you had Casey and AJ out there, okay, cool. They play press. They built to play press. They both got speed. They both got the strength to hold a man at the line for at least 5. You can touch somebody for 5 yards. I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah, like a lot of people can jam. A lot of these wide receivers, they ain't letting you touch them. They got these this move set. The moves that wide receivers have is like playing D line on the opposite side.
Basically,
like,
basically,
it's nuts what they do. Like they got like quick pull plays. They got like I seen somebody like hit a spin move off the ball. I was like, yo, what are y'all doing? Like,
exactly.
It's crazy what they do in coverage, and it's hard to play press man now because of what they do. It's not a lot of corners in this league right now that can play press man and keep up, really keep up, and be able to hold that man in that press and be connected to him hip to hip. And that's the problem. You need to play zone in the league like this now. You got to be able to have corners that can get downhill in the league like this now, because you can't play press like that. You play press, you probably get them trying to get beat over the top, and that's what most teams doing now. They trying to throw it over the top, so you can't really play a lot of press unless it's like 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. So,
hey, let me say this right quick. Hey, you seen what's been happening to Jalen Ramsey all year? He is a built press corner and been getting torched all year.
Yeah.
And I just want to say this one last thing about the Bengals game. In my personal opinion, in my relatively humble opinion, if AJ doesn't get injured and if we have Casey Hayward, I'm just letting
we
you
win
know.
that game.
Not even win that game. Jamar Chase really ain't getting the ball. Like I'm just gonna tell you straight up. Y'all can send hate all my way. Go watch the what's it called? The game that the Raiders played with the Bengals last year in the playoffs. Go watch that game. Tell me if Jamar Chase caught a single pass on Casey Hayward. Because I already know the answer to it. Tell me if he caught a single pass. Because guess who was seeing reps? Guess who they started putting Jamar Chase on the side of? They started putting him on the side of Desmond Trufant. That's who they put him on. They because they were like, oh, we're not gonna get none on Casey. Nah, forget that. We ain't getting none on Casey. That's how locked down that man was. That man wasn't allowing nothing. Not a single catch. Not a single catch. Not for 3 yards, not for 2 yards, 0 yards. 0 yards, 0 catches. That's the type of corner that we have here in Atlanta. And then on top of it, the guy across from him was the only guy in college that really did a decent job on Jamar Chase. The only guy. So yeah, I'm just saying, Jamar Chase ain't getting catches.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Jerry, what's going on, man?
What's up? What's going on, guys? How everybody doing?
Hey, we
Great,
good.
man. How you doing, dude?
How you doing?
Haven't seen you in a while, man.
I still been listening in the background, listening to everything. Matter of fact, I want to mention something about the show yesterday where, mentioned about the Rams game when supposedly Drake London or someone was open on that final play. What I've noticed, and I've been thinking about this since that game, that when he threw the ball to Brian Edwards, Jalen Ramsey intercepting that ball was just odd to me, because how is it that you got these guys that are supposed to be able to high point the ball and Brian Edwards go up to get the ball, but he's not getting up to the highest point to get the ball, but the defensive back can get it. And it seems to me like ever since that game, Brian Edwards has kind of been in the doghouse. He may have played a few snaps here and there, but he's mostly been inactive, and now we see that he's been, released. So that's just a theory of mine, but it just seemed like he just got beat. He just got beat for the ball. You know what I'm saying? He should have actually at least got a hand on the ball, but he didn't touch the ball, and because of that, Jalen Ramsey was able to make a play on the ball and get the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Drake London may have been open, but even on that play, I still felt like there should have been another opportunity if he'd at least got a hand on the ball when he went up for the ball.
There's a whole lot of plays that been left on the field all year.
Yeah. Which is why we probably at least 5 games we could literally go back and say we should have won these games, Mm-hmm. And then when you look at, and then another thing I've been kind of curious about, we traded to get Fenton. I don't think it was just because, the injuries and stuff like that, but then maybe it could have. But I'm curious, how do they feel about him since they've gotten him. And, is it possible that maybe they got future plans for him, or maybe even, playing him more after the bye week?
I
I'm
like
really
the way
curious
you
about
think.
that.
I love the way you think. As a matter of fact, I love the way you. I got you. I got you. Hold on. KK Styles, I done broken down that Rams play about Brian Edwards 20 million times, brother. I promise you. I know. As a matter of fact, I know the play concept offhand. I don't even need to tell you. I know every single player who was on that field and what their responsibilities were. I can tell you. I got you. And the coverage. I got you. Okay, so Brian Edwards was inside the numbers. He ran a seam route, right? He ran a seam route, just a straight fade. Kyle Pitts ran a wheel route. Drake London ran a deep out, and OZ ran a short out. The coverage, right? They're showing a too high shell, right? A quarters look. So in theory, pre-snap, that seam route really isn't supposed to get open. I don't know where he's supposed to go. Actually, no, he's supposed to go to OZ in the flat, really, versus that play. But I get it. It's what, 3rd and 11. I understand if you don't really want to take that shot. Only if the coverage becomes cover 3. If they shift into a cover 3, then you can hit the seam route, right? That makes sense because the seam route is designed to go in that seam where the cover 3 won't be able to hit it, right? Boom, Marcus Mariota hikes the ball. Guess what the coverage is now? Cover 3. And they rotate the safety all the way over to try to cover Brian Edwards. So in theory, if Marcus Mariota gives a good pass, boom, it should be a touchdown. Again, the decision-making makes perfect sense. That's how Arthur Smith really draws it up. If that's not open, you just check it down to OZ, because quite honestly, no one's expecting Drake London to get open on that deep out, and really you're not.
Let me say this real quick. Let me say this real quick. What you just said, do you realize that's the exact same play that Pittsburgh ran? They ran the exact same play, and they picked off the exact same pass, almost the exact same spot. Realize that?
Yep.
I want everybody to realize that. That's the exact same play. So the film is out on Mariota. All the safety did was bait him into that. They knew that Mariota was going to throw that to it. It was almost the exact same play.
Yeah, I mean the formation was kind of. I think they ran all verticals in the Panther the Pittsburgh game, and that's how he got picked off. Which I'm gonna break that down in a second too. But the Rams game, really, that seam route is supposed to get open. He throws a good ball, it's a touchdown. No questions asked. What happens is Chris Lindstrom gets beat. CP has to now guard Aaron Donald, which is just a lose-lose situation. Aaron Donald says, bump CP, I'm Aaron Donald, and then pushes him straight into Marcus Mariota. And then Marcus is like, oh, I got to get rid of this ball. That's going to be a TD. He throws it, and it's overthrown. Jalen Ramsey sees the ball, and we all know how Jalen Ramsey gets when the ball's in the air. He sees it. He dunks on Brian Edwards, and then, boom, heads to the house. If you ask me, from what I've seen from Brian Edwards, mind you, I've watched his college tape too. I don't think that he's a bad player. I don't think that he really adds a vertical element or the element that we really need, but he is not a bad player in my eyes. After that play, because there was some stuff that I think was dating back to training camp as to why he wasn't really getting a whole bunch of PT. But as to why they lost faith in him, I don't think it had everything to do with that specific pass. But yes, when everyone says, "Oh, he threw it to Brian Edwards, and that was a dumb decision," no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. You don't, brother. If you know the play concepts, brother, then you would know that that's not the wrong throw. Anyway, last thing. In regards to the Pittsburgh play, right? They're running I think they're running all verticals. He hikes the ball. It's a two high safety shell again, but this time it's Tampa 2. Okay, Tampa 2. K Styles, you know what Tampa 2 is. If they don't understand it, you can explain it. But anyway, they're running Tampa 2. Marcus Mariota sees Drake London running a vertical route that, in theory, I guess is supposed to get open. However, the only problem is he throws it and it's a Minka. I'm sorry, but you can't do anything about Minka. Minka gets paid millions of dollars to be Minka. Okay, he's the most instinctual, one of the most instinctual safeties in the entire league. He's meant to be aggressive. He's not necessarily the Earl Thomas / Jesse Bates type safety, even though he can play that role. He's more so the guy that likes to see stuff and trigger downhill as quick as possible. You throw that, he throws that that pass to Drake London, which should have been back shoulder in hindsight. But again, like, I'm not expecting Marcus Mariota to throw an accurate ball because he has issues with that, A. And B, it's also hindsight 2020. And it gets picked off. Again, not bad decision making. It's just Minka. I'm sorry. There's nothing you can do about that. And again, I'm going to actually chalk that up as another interception that really wasn't his fault. Again, now he's 15-3 in terms of touchdown to interception ratio. Please, if you don't watch the tape, don't talk about Mariota, because I promise you I'm about to lose my mind and I'm about to get high blood pressure. Please. Anyway. Oh. One last thing. In regards
to this boy gets so excited.
This is the one last thing about Rashad Fenton. I also watched his college tape as well. In regards to future plans with him, I don't think he comes back. I don't think he comes back. They made it really clear after they started starting Darren Hall in that spot that Rashad Fenton probably should have started in. That he's not going to overtake Darren Hall, which then tells me that Rashad Fenton is kind of the odd man out.
Well, keep in mind that he did start against the Panthers. He started instead of Armstrong.
Yeah,
instead of Armstrong. Defense,
that was the only reason.
He did. He's not gonna put anybody on the field if they don't know the defense. That's his rule. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how long you've been in the league. You can be a rookie or a 10-year vet. He's not gonna put you in a position on his defense where you don't know what's going on. You're just not going to do it. So that's the main reason why he's not. So they could be, using him next year. They could use him next year. He'll be a free agent, but for the most part, that's literally what it is. They're just not going to put him in a position where he's going to, where he's going to feel, and that's why he's looked bad. He doesn't know the defense. He literally came from sitting on the bench in Kansas City to playing 1 week. So he wasn't even at full speed, full strength.
Yeah, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. It's just like I don't think that he's an ideal corner number 2. I think that he's a good actually slot option for some teams. But the main issue I think I have with him is more so of his speed, and that to me is kind of concerning. Everything other than that, in terms of press man to man, I think he's good. I think he can play it. Like on possession receivers, he's had good reps against Keenan Allen, Devontae Adams, provided that that deep speed doesn't really play in. He's a good corner. It's just that deep speed that kind of worries me, and that's why I think they went Darren Hall, because he just has more upside. So I personally don't think he gets brought back. I think that he's a good corner, but just more of a good fit somewhere else to play that nickel spot. And we already got 2 nickel guys, so it's just too many guys right there. But yeah, sorry, Matt Mike, I'm tripping. My bad. I have to get my right now.
Hey man, look, y'all making our job easier.
Hey, let's go ahead and start winding it down, fellas. Man, like I said, I think we done. I ain't gonna say we. I'm gonna say Alex.
Y'all killed it, man.
Tyrone. Y'all asses done taught a lot of people some stuff over here, man. And this is exactly why we say
it's deep over here, man.
It's deep. The well runs deep. And like I said, I want to get everybody's final thoughts, man. And I'm gonna let you go ahead, and I'm gonna let you kick us off with your final thoughts, man.
Okay, well, my final thoughts is the team has, the bye week this coming week. So I'm pretty sure any adjustments they're going to make, they'll be, very persistent with it. And I don't think they'll make any knee-jerk reactions because they got the extra time to make the decisions. Do I honestly think that they'll switch quarterbacks? I don't think they'll switch, but I do think that they'll probably give more snaps to Desmond Ridder. To start, getting him ready for what's to come. I still think that we can actually get in the playoffs, but we definitely have to make sure that we're making plays and not making that many mistakes, because as a team that run the ball, we got to play good defense and we got to make sure that we stay ahead of the chains. So I know also with Taquan Graham being out, I think that's been kind of the team has actually been doing okay to fill that void. I think that has been something that we have to look at when it comes to our running game, maybe not being as good as it was earlier in the season. But as I've said before, they've done a good job of still, being able to plug and play and still have give the team an opportunity to win the game. And that is all I have to say.
Appreciate that, Jerry. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right, man. Who else want to go ahead?
Trey Day, what you got, Trey Day?
Hold on. Yeah, that's touchdown. Yeah, so I don't know, man. It's really just like I said, a toss up earlier with how we decide to go forward with these last 4 weeks. Got a quarter of the season left, so I kind of want to enjoy it because I hate those miserable 6 to 7 months without football, even preseason football. Preseason football is kind of old to me now, so I'm just starting to get ready to be ready for February and March and those dreadful months. But hey, the good thing is this year we got cap space, so we can actually go make some. And the draft really never disappoints. The draft never disappoints me. The last 2 years, Terry and that front office been doing their thing the last 2 years with the draft, so I'm not really much upset with that. But y'all, let's get ready for this bye week. I think I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna make an announcement. I think I am going to New Orleans to watch that Falcons game in 2 weeks. That's when I go on break, so I'm gonna have the time to go. It's gonna be my first Falcons road trip. If I do go, I'll tell y'all. But I'm pretty excited for that one. And also, yes, I did tell y'all about the YouTube. Yes, I will be doing videos, little 5 to. Basically, I'm the new K Styles. I'm gonna be the little K Styles. Little K Styles. Yeah.
I like it.
Little K Styles, man.
Hey, man, shoot. Hey, sometimes, man, you can get your point out in 1 minute, man.
Yeah.
You know how it is. Some folks' attention span ain't always the best, so you gotta get about a minute or two.
Hey, you got that right. I'm making the change myself. Slowly making the change myself, man.
Mm-hmm. So, hey, man, like you said,
I wanna be like K-Star.
Run the ball.
Run the damn ball. But yeah, man, like I said, Trey, let us know when you're gonna go ahead and like I said, let us know when you finally put that video out, man. We're gonna put that thing out there for you, man.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, TJ, man, go ahead, man.
Hey, bye week. I said this Sunday. Bye week. Relax. Be calm.
Still.
Like be still this week. Only thing I got today, church announcements for Fila. We got a show tomorrow. Probably me. First of all, we ain't gonna let this slide. Happy birthday, Alex. Just because I don't know, we ain't gonna do the show. We ain't gonna do the shows.
Oh,
we
yeah,
don't have
yeah.
you won't be on the shows tomorrow. So happy birthday, Alex.
Thank you, thank you.
To you.
Let's go ahead and get that out the way.
To you.
But yeah,
Thank you.
Hopefully me and Tommy will be on tomorrow. We'll be kicking it with y'all. If it's not Tommy and Tommy, it'll probably just be me. Come talk to me, y'all. I think I'm interested enough to have a show by myself. I think I've done enough by myself to be interested enough by myself.
Indeed, he is.
So,
Being humble all the time. This motherfucker is far from humble.
I'm not a braggadocious type of person.
He's a damn lie. Don't believe nothing.
But I got I do want to say I called somebody out, and when you call people out, you expect people to respond to your call outs. I got hit with a response from a call out that said I told him I'm not gonna say the name, but y'all should know. He said he was the spokesperson for the Falcons, and he made a petition for the Falcons to bench Mariota. So I called him out, said, "Come on the show, man. Man didn't want to come on the show. Seemed a little scared. Kept asking me questions about what we was gonna talk about. Told me to come watch his show so he wouldn't come on, so because he wouldn't come on mine. So, you know, I have no words for that. But if you say something and I call you out, I expect a yes or a no. I don't expect a million other questions about what you gonna do. I'd rather it just be, yeah, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna come on. Or, no, I'm not. Just don't say stupid stuff. Because if I tag you and I tell you come on the show, I'm gonna be very aggravated that you scared to come on. Because you can talk big behind those Twitter words and behind all that typing. But when it comes to being on the show and talking face to face and being man to man and having a conversation, if you can't do that, then you can't tweet it. That's how I see it. Don't tweet it if you can't come on the show and defend it. And you calling and you telling people to call you out, and then you don't want to come. You don't want to accept your own call out. So that makes you look even worse. So don't get asked for. I don't know how to put it. Don't ask for people to mess with you, and you can't take the heat when it comes at you. It's simple. That's how I'm gonna end it tonight.
Alex?
No name, no case. No name, no case.
All right. Alrighty. Okay. I'm sorry, guys, because my blood pressure just got high. I need to lower it down. You know, Matt, Mike. Now I know how you feel. I gotta calm down. I gotta woosah real quick. All right.
Woosah, man. Woosah.
Woosah. All right. First of all, I just want to say I love all y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all, AFN. Thank you, Mad Mike. Thank you, K Styles. Thank y'all, the audience, for watching. I appreciate y'all showing me love. I appreciate y'all. What I will say, some of these fans, not any of the people of AFN, but some of these fans gotta like stop raising my blood pressure by saying these stupid stuff. Because I'm sorry, I want to live long to be 80 or 100, but I don't think I'm going to. If someone says another Marcus Mariota thing, I'm sorry. It's just raising my blood pressure. Because some people they gotta put in the time for the film. But anyway, we're gonna leave that alone. Now I'm gonna just do my little shameless plug real quick. I am making a YouTube channel. I am posting content again. I'm being more consistent. I'm doing these film breakdowns. I will only be doing film breakdowns, no other stuff. You want the other stuff, you got to go to Mad Mike. I'm sorry, I ain't doing nothing else. But I will be doing these film breakdowns. I will be highlighting all or whatever plays that y'all want. The plays about interceptions, plays about Marcus Mariota, plays about Michael Walker, plays about Jalen Hawkins, Richie Grant, you name it, I got you. I will. That's going to be my job. And I got a lot of collaborations going on behind the scenes. You already heard with Tyrone. We gonna get him a video too. We gonna collab. I got a lot of collabs in the work for y'all, and I'm really excited to post. So stay tuned, guys.
Yeah. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. And we like I said, just let us know when you start doing that shit. Let me and Mike know. Hey, we be guests on your shit.
Right.
Just let us know.
Gotcha.
Hey, get on the Discord. I'm gonna keep promoting. Y'all gonna get tired of me saying that. I promise you are. Because every show I'm gonna say get in the Discord.
The Discord fun.
It's
It
really and
really
truly.
is.
It is the funniest. It is like the group that we have, like of us of just the guys that do shows is hilarious by itself.
It really
But I'm
is.
telling you that Discord, it's a different animal in there, man. It's a different animal in there. You get in there. You get in there and act soft, boy. You gonna get beat up. I'm telling you, them boys.
They eat you alive over there.
As much as I love all of them boys do not. There's not no they ain't no little. You look, they all young, but they ain't gonna play around with you. So you better get it right. You better get right before you get in there, because
John just hit myself or TJ on Twitter, Instagram. And we will make sure we'll send that link to you guys.
My Twitter, y'all see. My Twitter is literally called I'm Tyrone ATL. It's the name of my show with ATL at the end. So
call on Tyrone ATL, Mad Mike Sports. We'll get the link for you.
Exactly.
If I went in the show right now, I put it in the chat, but you know, I ain't gonna leave early because I know we're gonna be talking after this anyway.
Yep.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and give y'all a little bit of that the Engine Nights. Ooh, baby, you know how it do. So we appreciate everybody tuning in. We appreciate everybody coming on. Trey, TJ, Alex, Jerry, Jamarius. Hey man, at the end of the day, if you want to talk about being a community, this is a perfect example of it. Y'all just got the game from the young gunners.
Yeah. And this could be you. This could be you. So this is why the Discord exists, is because we train these guys, train each other. We step in, we train these guys. We continuously feed each other. So if you feel like you want to get a head start and take it slow as far as learning the game and even being on the show. So eventually have your own show at some point in time. That's why the Discord exists, because of that. It's a training ground. So if you want a piece of it, come get it. Like I said, if you come there in your feelings, you wearing a skirt, you better make sure you have an look. You better make sure that you have an airtight, and I'm talking about airtight thong on, because if you don't, get ripped to shreds. So, hey man, don't come in there with that thong on, that pink thong on, like Sam say. Don't come in there with that pink thong on, because it might get ripped up. It's the land of the animals, the beasts.
That Discord
is something different.
That Discord is something different.
Mm-hmm. Hey, in the past 2 weeks, I already had 5 people leave.
Hey, look. The only thing I had to say is, if you think with your emotions, with that Discord, make sure you bring a maxi pad, because they not gonna let your ass. They ain't gonna let you leave alive.
You gonna get like I said, you gonna get ripped, and I'm talking about you gonna get ripped to shreds up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, Mucho Grundy, you all bad, man.
Can I get a big? Can I get a big mic? Like
Big Mac with fries. Big Mac with fries coming up.
Look, that sound like a special at Five Guys or something like that. Let me get a big
Kel.
mic.
Hey, Kel, I see you.
Here goes Dirt Cutter again. Dirt Cutter again.
You coming out with that pink thong on, bro? You're gonna get ripped to shreds if you ain't ready. You better make sure.
Hey, I put it to y'all like this. The most, like, y'all know how we cuss, and we cuss on here at a probably try to be at a minimum. We try to keep it to a minimum. And there,
it's unfiltered. It's
yeah,
unfiltered.
That's the land. That's the Hunger Games in there, boy.
Look,
hey, it go from rated PG to rated R real quick.
You look like this.
A lot of talking. If you want to
You
just want to hear us three. That Chillin' Chat Lounge is just us three in there most of the time.
Yep.
But hey, you get in there. Look, you get in that Chillin' Chat Lounge, and y'all know me. I don't snap on nobody. I don't get mad that fast. I'm not Mad Mike. I'm Tyrone. Now, y'all see me snap one time. I start snapping on y'all in there. Don't get any feelings about me snapping. You take the mic. Tyrone just comes me. I don't need all that. I don't need none of that. Hey, look, You gonna come in there, you gonna get what you gonna get. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, and guys, don't be afraid to join the Discord. Hey, as much as we eat people alive, we actually here to teach. We here to help and teach and learn. That's all we do. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Hey man, like I said, man. At the end of the day, if you got a disagreement with anything we have to say, or you feel like anything we say is wrong, like I said, when we say
talk to me.
come and talk to me, I really wanna be here and I talk to you.
And you get one-on-one with us, bruh. It's not like you don't. It's no pressure. Like it really isn't. There's no pressure in that Discord. You can come in there. You can come in there and talk all the shit you want. And now, what you get back in response, that's on you.
Like I said, energies match energies, and that's and that is what you have been seeing the last 2 days on these shows. Is energies match energies. You saw it Sunday. You saw it Monday.
Yeah, y'all missed a good film session on Sunday. You really did.
Y'all did.
We had a really good film session in there on Sunday. Mm-hmm. Like one thing about it, me and Alex are big O-line guys, but we watched the whole field. And Trey is the one that he gonna give you every opinion on any possibility that you can think of. So you gonna get it. You gonna get to see every angle from everybody. And if look, Mike come in there, you might want to run because Mike don't talk in there. Mike come in there and cuss everybody out and leave. So you might just don't see it. You see him, you run. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mike just be so funny when he pop in the Discord. He just be saying random stuff. Oh my god!
Here's the funny thing though. As mad as Mike, as quote unquote mad as Mike people get mad at me more because I asked.
You just too calm. You too calm for a lot of people, K-Style. That's what it is. You're a real calm asshole. That's the problem. Like you're just a real sensitive asshole. Like you just be like, I really like you, but you're a dumbass. Like that's what like. You talk so nice to people, and then when you go after people, it's not like you're going after them. I think they don't catch it. It's the little small stuff that they don't catch, and that's the funny part. That's why they get mad because they catch it afterwards.
You definitely go like, wait a minute, like, that motherfucker just tell me.
Shut the hell up. Hold on, he told me to shut the hell up.
Yeah, he told me in a nice way to shut the hell up. Like in a very nice way, he just told me to shut the hell up. Like,
look, I did that shit last night to Mike. Mike with the Dion goddamn. So I'm like, man, Mike, shut your ass up. Hey,
St. John St. Clair said, praise God, Rathburn. That was scary. That was. If you don't look it up, I watched it. And that was scary.
Yikes.
Yeah. Just pray. That's all I'm gonna say. They said he was dehydrated and he was just exhausted from work. Which you got to think, if you ever go on Bob's Twitter, just look up Bob Rathburn. That man is on like podcasts like every day. Like that man don't stop working. So it just caught up with him, and it looked scary. I feel like it looked worse than it was, but just pray for him. He's not gonna be back anytime soon. Valley Sports said they're not gonna let him come back until he's completely healthy. So he'll be when he comes back, he'll be 100%. But right now, just keep him in your prayers. The Thrashers are back December 16th. If you're in Cobb, they're having the Gladiators dressed up. I'm not gonna say dressed up, but they'll have the Thrashers throwbacks on. So they'll have Thrasher Night December 16th. So if you want to go watch hockey in Atlanta again, it's at the Cobb Energy, well, not Cobb Energy Center. What is it called? True Grass, the Gas South Arena or something like that. But if you a Thrashers fan, If you want to live some throwback memories, they'll have the jerseys on. They'll have all the stuff on. So just make sure you look at that. I want the Thrashers back in Atlanta as bad as anybody else. I didn't get to see them. I didn't get the Flames or the Thrashers. Like, you got to think, I was 01 baby. Anybody after 01, I mean, I think the Thrashers left in what, like 08, 06, 07? So
something like that.
Yeah, so we really didn't get to see them. So you really, we always want hockey back. We got a new ownership group, so hopefully we'll be back to the big stages pretty soon. But that's there.
So until next time, people, we ain't here to play.
Oh, hell no.
We here to stay. You ain't gotta go home.
We're gonna do it tonight.
Hell out of here. You nasty.
Tuesday Taco Day.
I want some taco too.
Not Taco Tuesday. Tuesday Taco Day.
Tuesday Taco Day.
Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby. Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby. Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah. Put some hot sauce on my